Are we all just a little psychic? Yes, we are. So, do we all kind of know when something's off? Yup. Hello, and today's insight is mainly going to be about protecting yourself, psychologically speaking, okay? So, now, yesterday I was kind of brought to a cognition of, like people know I dabble in energy work and I feel comfortable in energy work and I don't mind talking about it and I talk about it a lot. So it's natural for people to possibly think that I might put a curse on them or a spell on them. And let me just tell you, okay? I personally have had someone place a curse, not necessarily a curse, but a spell on me, and I did not enjoy it. When I figured it out, when it came to my attention, when I understood that that's what was going on, I was like, I felt slighted, and I did not like it one bit, alright? So, ever since that point, I make it I intentionally avoid doing anything of this sort. Now, it's natural to occupying someone's mind while you, like at the beginning of a crush, you think a lot about them and they automatically think a lot about you because we are psychically connected, all of us, right? Everything in this plane of existence is connected in some way, shape, or form. So when you have a crush on someone, you think about them a lot, and so they will think about you a lot, and they don't necessarily know why, but that might be one of the reasons why. And so when I figured out that someone had placed a spell on me for me to fall in love with them, I was like, oh, hell no. And it took me like 2 years to kind of get okay with the fact that this individual had placed a spell on me. Now we are on talking terms. We're good. Nothing's out of the ordinary. But if you would ask me, would you date him? I'd be like, he'd have to prove a ton of stuff to me. Like, literally. I mean, having been placed under a not curse, but a spell is not fun. So that is why I avoid it to the nth degree. And so whenever I feel like someone might have placed a spell on someone else, I'm just like, I'll look them up and down and be like, very judgmental. Not necessarily to their face, but like, my inside voice will be like, how dare you? Type of thing, you know? And so that's why I tend to I don't want, should I say, I dislike taking people's freedom of will, freedom of choice away from them. I mean, God gave us all that right, all of us, okay? And the times in which we live have made it so that we can all choose for ourselves time and place where we live, right? Of course, there are some other countries where they're not so lucky, and I thank the Lord I am here in Canada. But so whenever I feel someone impeding on my freedom, I'm like, who the hell are you? And so when I see someone else do this to someone else, especially a person that I have a crush on, I'm like, what you doing? I dislike it a lot. And so I'm going to give you guys a couple of gems, okay, a couple of crystals that you can utilize to protect yourself, okay? So the crystals that I took out, I have 4 written down here. There are many others, okay? In just this book, the amount of crystals that can be used for protection is insane. A lot. It's a lot. So all you need to do is just go online and type protective crystals and you'll get a slew of okay? So the ones that I wrote are black tourmaline, black obsidian, smoky quartz, and chrysoberyl. if that's how it's spelled. Anyway, I'll put it in the description box below. And what I want you guys to do is that you need to know how to cleanse, purify, and recharge these crystals, okay? And the way you do it, okay, is that you soak it, if at all possible, because some are very brittle, so you have to check to see with the crystal. So you can either do one or two things, okay? You can use, three. So you can put them under water, running water, and like as if you're giving it a bath, and then put it under direct moonlight, like full moonlight, and leave it out at night for it to charge. You can do that, or you can either use a selenite crystal to cleanse it, take the impurities out, and you don't need to like clean or like purify or like recharge selenite. Selenite is a very angelic crystal. It purifies spaces, objects, all that stuff, okay? So these are the 4 crystals that come to mind, okay? Black tourmaline, black obsidian, smoky quartz elestial, and chrysoberyl. CHRWSOBRWL. Yep. So these are just mainly to protect you, to protect your energy field, because you don't want people like attacking you or throwing their energy onto you, okay? And you would like to avoid that completely, especially people who are in the public's eye, who are desirable, people who have high status, people who would attract a lot of people should use these crystals, right? And purify them regularly, because they will have a lot of people trying to attack them or like manipulate them or things of that nature. Like someone that I know who did that to someone else that I know. I'm just like, girl, don't do that. You don't want to do that, because that's bad karma. And that is one of the things that you want to steer clear of. You want to have as pristine a karma as possible. Okay? I'm just saying, that's one thing that you want to avoid at all costs. Okay? I feel like the person that placed the spell on me learned that the hard way themselves. Like, avoid manipulating others. Try to get them interested like any normal marketer would do. Avoid taking people's freedom of will away, because the minute you give them that impression is the minute you give them the impression of them being a prisoner in your grasps. And that is something you want to clearly avoid. Okay? I'm just saying. So, what is another way you can attract someone's attention instead of ensnaring them or putting them under a spell? Let me know.